Use the same scale to construct box plots for the ages of the best actors and best actresses for the accompanying data sets. We're going to use the box plots to compare the two data. The first thing they want us to do is determine the box plot for the actors' data. So we're going to go ahead and click on the data here. So both, we have two columns. One's going to be the actor's age and the actress's age is the other. So let's go ahead and open this up in a StatCrunch. I'm going to close out of this and then pull up the StatCrunch file again. So there we have it. So now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and then create our box plot. So we're going to go to Graph, scroll all the way down to Box Plot, select Actors Age Data. Okay. Now it says use fences to identify outliers. Well, we don't have to in this case because we're not asking to do that. So we're going to go unclick that and then select Draw Boxes Horizontally. Then we're going to scroll down here and then we're going to label this as Actors Data. And then select Compute. So here is our box plot. Now if we wanted our increments to match what we have here, we can come down to the left corner, select x-axis, make our minimum be the 20, and then make the maximum be the value of 90, which is what we have, and then select OK. So here is our box plot. So the first thing is, let's take a look at the median. The median is 43. So it looks like this one's 43. Looks like this one is 43. We can see that this median is 43, and the one for D is not. So we can eliminate D. Okay, so we're going to eliminate D. Okay, now let's take a look at the minimum value. So the minimum value is 30 there. So we have 30, 30, and 30. And that works for all three of them. And then for quartile 1 is 37.5. So it looks like 37.5 is quartile 1. The median, quartile 3 is 49.5, which is just below 50. So this is just below 50. This is just below 50, and this is over 50. So now we can eliminate C. So now it's going to be between A and B. So now we just need to take a look at now the maximum value. Now the maximum value is at 77, so it's below 80. This maximum value is above 80, and this one is below 80. So therefore this first one is going to be A, and that's the answer for the box plot for the actors' data. Now we want to be able to find the box plot for the actresses' data. So what we can do is we can come up in here, select Options, select Edit, and instead of selecting the actors, now we're going to go ahead and select the actresses' data, age data. And so we're going to leave everything else the same. The only thing that we need to do down here is now say that this is the actresses' data. And so here we have our box plot. Now we've already changed our x-axis to reflect that, but let's go ahead and do that anyway. So we have our x-axis, which is at 20. You can see that the limit changed to 80, so let's go ahead and make sure that that represents 90, and then select OK. So let's take a look at the median here. So the median is at 33. So it's in between 30 and 35. This one is not, so we can eliminate C. And B is also not in between 30 and 35, so we can eliminate B already. And now D looks like it's in between 30 there. So now let's take a look at the minimum value. The minimum value is 21. So that's about right there. That's right there. We can see that quartile 1 is 29, so it's right before 30. And this one's right before 30. Now let's take a look at quartile 3, which is 38.5. So 38.5 is right below 40. That's also right before 40. Now the maximum is at 79, so it's right below 80, and this is right below 60, so the answer is going to be A. Okay, now the next question says to compare the two dot plots, the box plots. Okay, now what it's asking us to do is the following. It's saying that Although the actors include the oldest age, the box plot representing actors shows that they have ages that are generally higher than those of actresses. Although actresses include the oldest age, the box plot representing actresses shows that they have ages that are generally lower than those of actors. And then although actresses include the oldest age, the box plot representing actresses show that they have ages that are generally higher than those of actors. And although actors included the oldest age, the box plot representing actors shows that they have ages that are generally lower than those of actresses. Well, in order for us to be able to identify that, we want to make sure we can graph these on the same set of axes. So what we're going to do now is select both. So we're going to select actor's age and then hit the control button for here. And then what we can do is we can then just delete the x-axis label here. And so now we want to make sure that we can put them on the same x-axis. And so let's compute. So now let's take a look. Okay, so which one has the older age? We can see here that the actresses, which was used first. Now you can see here that because if we see what was selected, what was graphed first was the actress's age, and then the actors. So what we can do is if we want to have the actor's age above, we can then select actress age first and then the actor's age, and then you can see how that's going to flip. So now we have the actors first and now the actresses are second. So now which one has the older age? Well, we can see that the actresses goes further than that, right? And you can see that the median is lower than the actors. And so it's more spread out for the actresses and it's more condensed for the actors. So again, which one includes the oldest age? Well, it's not the actors, so we can exclude the A and a D. Now, although the actresses include the oldest age, it says the box plot representing actresses shows that they have ages that are generally lower than those of actors. Is that true? Well, you can see here that these are the numbers are lower than those. So therefore, we would say B is our answer.